With the European leagues coming to an end and the Euros just around the corner, there are transfer rumours left, right and centre. So what we're going to do here at OneFootball is start taking a look at some of the hottest transfers. It's my turn this week. I've got the trusty iPad with me, so let's get stuck in. So our first rumour, it is Raheem Sterling to Real Madrid. Okay, the fee is rumoured to be about £75 million. I'm not too sure. My initial reaction is definitely not. I can't see Raheem Sterling in a Real Madrid shirt. I know that he has a family. I couldn't imagine him moving his family to Madrid. I feel like he would stay in the Premier League for some reason. I mean, looking at Real Madrid, of course, Raheem Sterling's on that left wing, and I feel like they're pretty much covered. I mean, they've got Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo can play on the left. Of course, Hazard can play on the left as well. And looking at players like Vinicius and Rodrigo, you know, they are young players. Raheem Sterling is older than them. Why would you want to stunt their growth by bringing in Sterling to kind of overtake things? Do you know what I mean? I don't really see why Real Madrid would want him because, like I say, they've got Vinicius. Vinicius has been playing quite a lot over the last couple of seasons. So, yeah, I don't really see where he would fit in because I think that area of the pitch is already covered. Regarding replacing him at Manchester City, to be honest, I mean, you can kind of understand why there are transfer rumours because Raheem Sterling hasn't been starting as many big games. Obviously, the game against PSG, he didn't start it. Does this maybe show that they don't particularly need him? Of course, they've had Phil Foden sometimes filling in on the left. He has been absolutely outstanding. So I do feel like if he would depart, I feel like Manchester City would be okay. I mean, my final verdicts on this one, I cannot really see this happening. Like I say, I feel like if Raheem Sterling does leave, he will be staying in the Premier League. I could see him maybe leaving Manchester City because if he doesn't get as much game time maybe next season, he might be a little bit disgruntled. Maybe this summer they may look to get rid of him. The money that they could maybe get for him could go towards a replacement for Sergio Aguero. Okay, so next up we have got Lucas Vazquez to AC Milan, obviously on a free because his contract does expire, and this is from Football Italia. So I'll be really sad to see him leave Real Madrid. I do feel like he is seriously Real Madrid through and through. We do normally see him on the right wing as a right back. Looking at AC Milan, they have of course got Alexis Selmakers. He's only been at the club since 2020, so I don't think he's going anywhere. Of course, looking at right back, they do have Diogo Dalot. He's on loan from Manchester United. Maybe they might decide to keep him, I'm not too sure. But then they do have another option on the right wing. Samuel Castillejo, he does seem set to leave in the summer. So I guess there would be an opening for him in that position. Regarding looking at Real Madrid, like I've mentioned Rodrigo before, he can play on the right wing. They have Marco Asensio, so I do feel like they would be covered. Of course, then there's Gareth Bale, depending what's going to happen with him and where he would fit in. So I feel like for Real Madrid, they would basically be covered in that area. My final verdict on this one, I'm still holding out that Real Madrid will be able to come to an agreement with him and put an offer on the table. I'm holding on to it, but I feel like if it's not happened yet, it's not going to happen. Like I've said, he's Real Madrid through and through. He reportedly has rejected a move to Atletico Madrid because of his love for Real Madrid. I feel like he would want a move outside of Spain, and I think AC Milan is a good club. So yeah, I think that this one could happen. Okay, so now we have got Ashley Young to Watford on a free. This is from Sky Sports. Initial thoughts, as you all know, I'm a Manchester United fan. I have fond and not so fond memories of Ashley Young, if I'm being completely honest. But this one, I really could see happening. Obviously, as we all know, Ashley Young started his career with Watford, so it could be a nice return. You know, he's played at left back, right back. He tends to be playing more in left midfield at the moment for Inter Milan. And yeah, I do feel like Watford would potentially have the space for that. Watford do have Ken Sema in that role on left midfield, so I feel like there would be room for him because at the end of the day, as much as Ashley Young has been playing a lot of football for Inter Milan, he is 35 turning 36. He may not want to play every single game. He may not want to be in every single starting lineup. He could be a player that comes on off the bench, that type of situation, because I do think that he would maybe struggle more with the speed of the football in England on his return from Italy. Maybe he could, I'm not too sure. I think Inter Milan will probably be looking for somebody else. I don't think when they bought Ashley Young, he was going to be a permanent fix to that area of the pitch anyway. So I'm pretty sure they probably will have already been looking at somebody. But yeah, for me, I can see this one happening. I do think this one is going to happen. So I think that as he winds down his career, I always like those stories of when players, as they're getting closer to retirement, they go back to clubs where they started. It's kind of like a nice way to end the story, really. So yeah, I think this one will happen. Okay, so our next story, prepare yourself, Liverpool fans. It's Mo Salah to PSG, according to Le Parisien, and the fee is looking at around 80 million euros. So this whole story with Le Parisien, apparently PSG are looking at Mo Salah to maybe come in and fill in if Mbappe does end up leaving. Now, he's not a direct replacement for Mbappe, of course, on the right wing, so I'm not too sure about that one, but regarding the amount of goals that he could score, definitely. My initial reaction to this one is, as much as, like I say, I'm a United fan, I wouldn't want to see Mo Salah leave Liverpool or leave the Premier League. He's such a talented player. I think we've got to keep hold of him. I mean, regarding where he fits in at PSG, I did touch on this. Obviously, if he's on the right wing, Angel Di Maria, he's normally on the right wing. I'm not too sure what's going to happen with him. His contract expires in 2023. He's 33 years of age. Maybe they want to have Mo Salah to kind of take over from him. I'm not too sure. Regarding a replacement at Liverpool, how can you replace Mo Salah? How can Liverpool replace Mo Salah? That is the million-dollar question. They don't have a direct replacement, I would say, and I think it would be a mammoth task for Jurgen Klopp to replace Mo Salah. So if he does leave, he would leave a massive hole in Liverpool's team, if we're being brutally honest. So yeah, I mean, final verdict on this one, I can't see it happening. As I've talked about before on other videos, you know, it does seem like PSG have been holding out for Lionel Messi, even Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't think that Mo Salah was top of their list. I think the fact that Messi seems to be staying at Barcelona, Ronaldo's not actually sure about where he's going. They've kind of gone down the list. No disrespect to Salah when I'm saying down the list, but just for PSG, they've gone down the list. They've seen Mo Salah, they've thought, yeah, maybe there have been rumours about him wanting to leave, so they've tried to go for him, if this is, of course, true. So yeah, I don't think that he's a top priority for PSG. They do have Angel Di Maria, as I've said, even though he is getting a little bit older. And yeah, I want him to stay in the Premier League, so I'm going to say no, this one is definitely not happening. Moving on to our next transfer now, and it is Samuel Umtiti to Liverpool. This is via the Daily Express, and it's a bargain fee of around £6 million. My initial thoughts, I think it's been a long time coming that Umtiti would be departing. It's not 100% worked out, especially as the years have gone on. And yeah, I guess a move to the Premier League would definitely be great for him. But when you're looking at Liverpool and their centre-backs, this is such a saga. Liverpool and their centre-backs, I mean, they've had so many injuries, but they do have Virgil van Dijk, they have Joe Gomez, they have Joel Matip. They've got in Ozan Kabak on loan. Whether they'll keep him or not, I'm not too sure. They have youngsters like Reece Williams, Nathaniel Phillips. They've brought in Ben Davies. So where is Umtiti going to actually fit? Maybe Joel Matip might be laid off. Maybe they won't end up signing Kabak. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I just feel like they've gone from having no centre-backs to suddenly they've got quite a few options. I do think that the youngsters probably are not, of course, ready, as we've seen in a couple of Liverpool's performances, to be honest. But I'm not too sure once everybody is back fighting fit, I'm not too sure where Umtiti would fit in and if he would be happy kind of just being a sub in case Virgil van Dijk gets injured, which again, we hope will never ever happen again, Liverpool fans, don't worry. Regarding Barcelona, I feel like they've probably got enough replacements. I mean, one name that springs to mind is Oscar Mingueza, the young Barcelona player. I mean, he has been absolutely brilliant for them, if we're being honest. You know, he is Barcelona through and through. He's risen through the ranks. Of course, they have the likes of Gerard Piqué, they have Clement Lenglet. So I feel like they are definitely covered in that centre-back area. So yeah, final verdict with this one. I can see Umtiti leaving, but I don't think it's going to be Liverpool. As much as I do feel like it would be a very good deal, especially, you know, £6 million is not a lot of money for a player like Umtiti, but I feel like this one isn't over. I feel like there may be a couple of other clubs that are interested. So at the moment, I'm going to say no to this one. And our final transfer, it is Jose Gaya from Valencia to Juventus. So this one is from Calcio Mercato, €25 million. My initial thoughts, I'm not surprised that another Valencia player is on the market. I mean, they are going like crazy from Valencia. I mean, obviously it is very, very unfortunate that there is clearly a bit of a financial situation going on at Valencia. They've got rid of some of their greatest players, and you could argue that Gaya is one of maybe the last ones to go now. And I think if he's got an offer to leave with the way things are going at Valencia, he should just take it. Of course, he's a left back. Looking at the left backs that they already have at Juventus, they of course have Gianluca Frabotta, they have Alexandro. So they do have players already in this area of the pitch, but I think that they could definitely make room for Gaia because, you know, he's such a brilliant player for Valencia. Looking at Valencia and who could actually fill in for him if he does depart, I mean, it's getting a bit sparse at the moment, but they have Tony Lato, of course, who can play in that area of the pitch, so they would have a direct replacement if needed. This one, I can see happening. I know there have been rumours about a move to Barcelona, but they do have the likes of Jordi Alba, Junior Firpo in that position anyway, so I can't see that one happening. And as much as Valencia have sold some of their players to other La Liga clubs, I think they'll want to try and sell him outside of Spain if they possibly can. So yeah, I'm not too sure about the Barcelona rumour that's also been circulating, but I think, don't get me wrong, I know Juventus have been a little bit rocky this season, but on the whole, they're a brilliant side with brilliant history, and I think that, as I said earlier, he should definitely take the move. So those are some of the transfer rumours that are circulating. As always, get involved in the comments and let us know your thoughts, and check out all the other content that we've got here at OneFootball, and until next time, I will see you all later.